My advice to you, start drinking heavily.
Well, hello, Mr. Fat. Why,
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monday Night Comedy Show. My name is Andrew Danger Brindleson. What's your name? Everybody all at once.
Jason.
I like it. Oh, I heard a Jason. We have a Jason. Jason, Cat, a couple people.
It's Kruger's birthday.
It is Kruger's birthday. Happy Kruger's birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, we hope that you got your family Jason Kruger birthday gifts and your children sat by the hearth and told Kruger stories late into the night. And if they were good enough, then Papa Kruger would sneak into their rooms and steal their shoes and give them treats like tangerines.
Birthday.
Oh, what? Who just said that?
What?
Who just said that?
Said what?
Nothing. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
I just said nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been to the Monday Night Comedy Show online before, there is a global pandemic going on. It's a drag, but we're muddling through it together as a family. We have a couple of people here to add to the stream. We have an outstanding show tonight, you guys. It's really fun, you guys. We have weird and wonderful videos to show you. We have live in-studio comics. We have people phoning in from their cribs. That was the first word that popped into my head. It was awkward on my tongue. Was it awkward on your ears? Very good. So we have people from North Minneapolis. We have people from Fairbanks, Alaska. We have people from wherever Joe lives.
South Minneapolis.
Yay! Okay.
We're running the gambit. If we made maps, we'd be called cartographers, but that's not special because that's what people who make maps are called. That's the vocab word for the day is cartographers. Anyway, welcome to the Monday Night Comedy Show. I'm Andy. We're having a good time here. Let's begin the show as we often do. Yes, clapping is okay. Woo-hoo! Woo. Let me just run something by you here, folks. Let me tell you the running order of tonight's show. We got David Harris. What? Yeah. We've got Joe Christensen. What? We got Rick Logan.
Yeah.
So close I can touch him, but we're practicing social distancing, so I can just kind of wave to him from across the room. We've got Michael Schaefer once again from Fairbanks, Alaska. We've got Chris Maddock here in studio, Madu. And we also have Morgan Pearson live in studio.
Hey.
I tell you, and let me tell you, tonight's one of the weirdest video nights that we've ever had in the 3 short weeks that we've been showing video. But we have a video by Elizabeth S., local comic here in the Twin Cities. We have a music video by Wolf Mask, a Christian rock band. That's not Christian rock at all, you guys. That was a hilarious joke. Only for me. We also have a music video by Ali Daniels, directed by
Paul Von Stetzel.
Paul Von Stetzel. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're gonna just absolutely love it, and you're gonna love the music. The other music video. You're gonna love the sketch by Elizabeth S. And you're gonna love the plug I do for Michael Schaefer's book and CD collection. And let's start the show off right by reading a page from our Monday night. I almost said Monday Night Cooking Show.
Monday Night Cooking Show.
I've been doing this for 13 years, and
That'll do it. Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I have no idea what I'm doing. But we are reading a page from Full House. Stephanie, Picture Me Famous. We're on page 11. That's our page that we're reading tonight. Don't read ahead in your home version. But let me tell you, here to read, page 11 from Stephanie's Picture Me Famous is none other than our own J Money, the motherfucking hawk. Hey! Kruger, before you do this, I have to. I'm gonna hang on. I'm just getting rid of everybody else except for you and me. This is gonna be very dramatic. Don't worry. Watch this. Don't worry. All right, here we go. This is what you're reading. You go ahead.
She's in my math class and she never says a word. I don't think she has any friends yet. Maybe not any girlfriends, Stephanie said sadly. Stephanie, he just asked her out for one date, Darcy assured her. They may not even like each other. Yeah, Stephanie agreed half-heartedly. There's no reason why the two of the most perfect-looking people on planet Earth would like each other. I mean, it's not like they have anything in common. If you had talked to him yesterday, Darcy began, Stephanie rolled her eyes. Thanks for cheering me up, Darce. Just then, the bell rang. Stephanie tried to pull herself together, flicking her bangs and tucking in her shirt. By the end of the day, you'll forget all about it, Allie said, giving Stephanie a thumbs-up side. I hope so, Stephanie agreed, waving goodbye. Or you'll both be the ones to suffer. Hey, why is that? Allie asked. Because it was your idea to talk to him, Stephanie said. Because you had no room in your brain for...
That was it? Ladies and gentlemen, that was page 11 of Stephanie from the Full House Show. Yes! I don't, my heart can't take much more. Kruger, don't go anywhere. Get back up there. Because it is your birthday.
Yeah.
Kruger. We are going to sing you the traditional Monday Night Comedy Show birthday song, which, as you know, is not have a birthday, but some semblance of Stairway to Heaven. Yes, of course we are.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody in the studio and from home, don't sing. You can see your mouth.
I know.
There's a lady who all that glitters is gold. She's far away. It's funny, but oh, your fucking birthday ruined my life.
Oh no.
And she's fine.
Thank you, everyone.
As you might know, Kruger is celebrating his 24th birthday or something. We're too polite to ask how old he is.
You want to know?
No?
I'll tell you.
Sure. All right.
39.
Kruger is 39 years old tonight. Well, we're observing his birthday. His birthday was actually the 21st, but we don't like talking about it because a lot of you might have forgotten to write on his wall on his birthday. Well, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But we got Kruger a bottle of whiskey and some candy, so he is not only able to operate diabetes like his old pal Brittleson. We call it the Brimley Crew, and we can't have as much sugar as we want. But that's okay. We have each other, and you're sweet enough, Kruger.
Well, I try to be, but I also very much like.
He does like sugar. So if you guys want to buy something nice for Kruger's birthday, why? What better way to do that than to tip our performers and staff, ladies and gentlemen? My comedy show. All of the money that you give tonight will be sent to the various people performing tonight, and one J Money, the motherfucking Hawk Kruger, so he can buy one for his birthday. Don't do drugs, Kruger. You can get addicted. Anyhow, we have a show, like I mentioned tonight, coming up first this evening. You're gonna love this guy. He hasn't been at the Money in a long time since we were broadcasting from my living room. Were we ever that young? Now broadcasting from his living room. Please put your hands together. Okay.
Take a minute. Go ahead.
Put your hands together.
Yeah.
The one, the only, David Harris.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
Woo.
Then you took him
Self
away.
or
Way
no?
to go. Wow, guys.
Hey, is there any way I can see the screen with everybody on it? Is that okay?
Party?
Yeah, and by the way, I just want everyone to know that I am not in my living room. I'm actually in my bedroom. What's up, everyone?
Oh, nice.
Hey, check out this. There's nothing back there. Okay.
All right.
It's very sexy back there. Anyway, that's a weird way to start. Good. It's good to be here. I've been performing a long time. None of that's going to show, but I'm excited to be here. Some of the places, it's funny, and I'm from Minneapolis, and I'm proud to be from here. And I always feel like I'm sounding like my mom when I say that, because she's like, like growing up, she would be like, a lot of people don't know about Minnesota. We got big companies here. We got 3M and Cargill. I'm like, Mom, no one cares. And now that I perform for some of those companies, I'm walking around telling everybody, yeah, we got 3M, we got Cargill. What's up? They're like, are you? And they're at the grocery store. And they're like, all right, are you going to buy your food now? Or and I'm like, I just want you to know that, man. I'm a big deal. They're like, yeah, when you get to Vegas, let us know.
Yeah.
So I do love. A lot of people look at me and they think I'm from New York, especially when I do this. But no one ever thinks New Hope, Minnesota, especially when I do this. Because they're supposed to be nice. I'm like, not today. But New York's a great place to live. I wouldn't want to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there, Whereas we come from a place where it's a great place to live, but no one wants to visit. So it's like the opposites. But I'm a crazy worrier. For those that know me, they know I worry. I'm a little crazy. One of my earliest memories, and I'll tell you, I think where part of it stems from. It's always the parents. Growing up, my mom, I started to steal a pack of gum from the grocery store, and my mom caught me. I was 5 years old, and she kind of caught me as I was trying to put it in my pocket, and she told the cash register lady, she's like, put it back. And then the cash register lady said, if you do that again, we're going to call the police. That's crazy. For a 5-year-old, I started putting everything back. I was like, we're taking all this back. I don't want anything. Now, no wonder I'm worried to tell people anytime I've done something wrong. I think they're going to call the police. Oh, you dumped 30 girls? We're calling the police. Oh, you yelled at T-Mobile? You yelled at T-Mobile customer service? We're calling the police. You killed a guy in Reno? What? We're calling the police. What? Actually, we're not calling the police on that. It's fine. Whatever you did, it's cool. My parents would fight a lot growing up, which is why I'm single. I like to blame them at least. They would fight over dumb stuff, I almost said shit, but I want to fucking say that. So, stuff. What's up? I'm available for your corporate events. What's up, bitch? Huh? Whatever. I'll fucking come to your Christmas party. Now, yeah, it's they would fight over dumb shit. My parents would be they would fight over the air conditioner in the car, that didn't seem like a big deal to me back, now, back then, but it does now, But my mom would be like, don't turn the air. My dad would be 30 seconds from our house and he would start turning the air off because he's insane and he has his he's got to have everything kind of set. And my mom would be like, don't turn it off. And he'd be like, I'm preparing. Yeah, what are you preparing for? We're preparing to die of heat exhaustion. Fucking hot here. And later I found out that he didn't want hot air blowing on him when he would turn the car back on. But we didn't know that at the time. So we just were like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm preparing. We got to land the car. I'm like, what? It's like, put your tray tables up. What? We don't even have tray tables back here. Put your seat backs. And can we get a nozzle? Can I get some nozzles? It's hot. And it's funny because later we found out he didn't want, like I say, he didn't want the hot air, and it's like, well, we don't want it now. You know what I mean? We don't want mom's hot air yelling at you. Okay. I did that joke out of order. If you're a comedian, you know that. If you're not, you still know that. So let's just freaking move on. All right, bitches, we're moving on. Thanks for flying, Alan Ground Transport. It's like, I want my money back. I'm leaving a bad review. Who do I talk to? Your parents? Now when I take a date out, like 5 years ago, it doesn't help when you grab your breast, be like, when I take a date out, I don't need to. It's me right now. But when I would be afraid, like I was going to piss off the lady. And so probably by calling her a lady, and I was like, so anytime anybody gets in my car, I'm like, you want any coffee or tea or, can I get you an air conditioner unit on your window or whatever, space heater. I was really hoping that would hit harder, but nothing happened. I'll just, I'll just say it again. That always works. That's that Monday Night Comedy show. I don't even know how long I've been on, but I got plenty of more material. Do you guys live with Ryan Call? I do. My roommate. Sometimes I'm worried now. Like I have to like, because we're on different shifts. Like he works a night shift and I don't work, and so I sometimes like he'll take a nap during the day, and I kind of like I feel like I have to tiptoe around, like he's taking a nap, and I'm like the Pink Panther, just like kind of stepping around, and I always end up crashing into something, so it doesn't even matter anyway. But I'm like, sorry about the bang, bang, bang on the fan. Just coming back loading. I probably just woke him up. He's moving out tomorrow anyway. Now. What should we talk about? Needles? Good. I look like an addict, don't I? That was your first thought. This guy's on heroin. So no, I'm afraid of needles, like getting a flu shot. I'm going to be probably afraid to get the coronavirus shot, but I'm going to get it. Don't worry. But I'm worried. I always afraid. Like last time I got a shot, I passed out. And I told the nurse that I was going to. I'm like, I'm not great with this stuff. I didn't want to. My mom's like, why aren't you telling me you need to lie down? Yeah. I'm not going to tell them that, Mom. I'm not. So I told the lady, I go, I need to probably sit down. My mom told me that. She's like, what, really? And then I go, I might pass out. And then I passed out, and I woke up, and there were like 4 doctors, 3 nurses, all standing over me. I felt like freaking Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. I was like, you weren't there, and you weren't there, and you weren't there. There's no place like Alina Health. Alaskan people, that's our health clinic. So yeah, I think it happened to me. I know it happened to me when I was a kid too. Like I went in for a shot for hepatitis. I've always been weak. I went in for a shot for a hepatitis B shot, which by the way sounds like it's for an STD. It is not. I do have an STD, but that's different. So I got this I got this shot and I passed out and bit my lip. And then so my mom was like, remember how you went in for a shot and came out with stitches? I'm like, you don't have to say that at my reunion. Not in front of everyone at the reunion. You know what I mean? Like this is like between us. All right, lady? Hey, Andy, how am I doing on time? Am I over?
I think you're fine. I don't know. Tell more jokes.
Maybe, can I do one more? Okay, cool.
Should just be
You're free to, Alina,
on the
I
Monday
have a
Night Comedy show.
couple fear of needles person. It's a Jewish thing, she says. Yeah, that's racist. Now, do I look Jewish? Anyway, every Jew wants to be an Italian, but no Italian people want to be Jewish. You ever notice that? Because we want to be tough, and they're like, that's a Jew thing. Ah. My grandpa used to do that. Like, Grandpa, you want another apple? Ah. I guess that's a no. Let's see. You guys have been great. Are you guys eating during the pandemic at all? Cool. Yeah. Obviously, I mean, I've lost weight. This 5 chins or nothing. I'm gonna start walking around like this. People will be like, "You have an injury?" I'll be like, "Kind of." I can cushion it though. It's got its own cushion, the injury. But yeah, I've been eating. There's no joke here. I've just been eating a lot of packaged food, like preservatives, you know. And I'm worried. I'm worried that I'm gonna like die later of like cancer because I'm eating the packaged food, but not enough to not eat it. You know? So I'm just gonna keep eating it till I die, and then people will be like, "How did David die?" And everybody will be like, "Healthy choice." Frozen dinners. It was good though. It was General Tso's chicken. You guys have been great. Thank you.
David Harris! Oh my God, David! Just so you know, it's Alina.
I know. I don't know what I said. I get nervous sometimes when I'm through the screen. I know. I've known her forever. She comes to my shows. She used to come to my shows. Forget it.
She used to come. It's all right.
I thought she worked for the health system I go to get the shot. So
yeah, that's gonna score points.
Nobody's really responding to my comments that I posted. I posted ASL. No one's really picked up on that. It means age, sex, location. It's been a long pandemic. What? What? It's from AOL. It's a throwback. And that's this thing. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, there we go. Abby Stakowitz is lying. I know she lives in Egan, and she's in her 30s, and she's a girl. So there, never mind. All right. Whatever. We got someone named Murphy Victor, which is clearly a troll.
What a weirdo!
It's not a Jewish thing. I do have a lot of Jewish friends. A lot of them share my over-the-top fear.
Yeah, needles suck. I'm scared of them too.
And David Butter says,
"Whoa. Hi, David."
David's a member of a band called Wolf Mask that we're showing one of their music videos tonight. So I don't know why he's watching because he was in the video, but okay, that's cute. Mercy, Troll is back. Yeah, if you guys want to see what the troll looks like, he's right there. Right there. There he is. At the top of the show, I forgot to give a shout out to Saint May of the Underground. That was so perfect. It was just like, what? Oh, me? Oh, I didn't notice you there.
I'm here. I'm chilling. Hey, kid.
We got Michael Schaefer in Fairbanks. We got Joe
Hello,
who says he's in
kid.
South Minneapolis. And one more time for David Harris. We love you, David. I know David. David lives in North Minneapolis, so we're just running up and down the metro area here. And Josh Kanga says 38. Yes, please. I will give my. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That's not that kind of show. Josh Kanga.
Yet.
It is. One thing I do want to address before we bring our next item. Which is our video from Elizabeth S., is I have been desperately trying my best to not say ladies and gentlemen, and I know that I've said it like 7 times tonight. Originally, we were going to plan some sort of a behavioral therapy where every time I let slip ladies and gentlemen, which is not inclusive to everybody, I was just going to say Monday Night Rangers or something like that, or
Wolverines.
Ladies and gentle days,
Spanking.
Anyway, we were going to have Jason Kruger shoot me with Nerf darts. We're still going to do that. I just forgot the Nerf guns at home. But we're planning on hurting me. In change 13 years of learned behavior. So bear with me. I am sorry that I have been letting slip the ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean it, but I do want to call you friends. Thank you, friends, for watching the show. We really do appreciate it. Yes, you are a part of the Monday, and we are a part of you, no matter what.
We appreciate you.
Yes. So, and Abby Stackwith says, "Yes, it's that kind of show." Well, you know what? We're trying to move away from that. Times being what they are. We just want to know where you are. That's all. And Mercy Victor does admit that he's a troll. Just so everybody knows. There we go. Coming up next is a video, one of our first of 3 videos tonight. It is simply called The Wellness Sketch. It's by our friend Elizabeth S. It's written, directed, and starring Elizabeth S. It's made for an online showcase of wellness-themed sketches for Grassroots Comedy DC. If you want to learn more about Elizabeth S., go to elizabeths.com. It's elizabethess.com. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the wellness sketch. Enjoy.
Yeah.
In this unpredictable, troubling, perplexing, not so certain time, you need all the help you can get. When nothing's going right in your world, it's time to look to go metaphysical on its ass. It's time for Fiona the Supernatural, only available on Fiverr. Fiona, raised by a pack of psychic wolves, can cure all your COVID woes with spells tailored to your dystopian needs.
You will have a conflict-free trip to the grocery store.
Hey, Paula. Do you remember me? I'm Russ. I used to give you banjo lessons at Homestead Big and Parlor off Penn Avenue.
Yeah? Oh, hi. Yeah, I haven't really been playing much lately.
Oh, that's all right. The banjo's always there for you when you're ready to come back to it.
For $35, Fiona will cast a more complex, more ancient spell.
Your next Zoom meeting will be canceled. All right. For an extra $20, I'll make sure it doesn't get rescheduled. It feels like there's something I'm supposed to do, but I've completely forgotten it. Oh well, doesn't matter.
For enough money, Fiona can perform the most ancient spell she knows, which can banish any plague, epidemic, pandemic.
What? No, I can't do that. Really? I would have to get my ancient spell book, and that's on a really high shelf. Yeah.
How high?
Look, I'm a simple conduit of metaphysical energy controlled entirely by an external force known as placebo effects. I will take your money. I will do what I can, and maybe you'll get 3 hours of sleep tonight. But like I said, this shelf, it's really high. So let's just all wear masks and pray that our mailboxes aren't stolen in the dead of night.
Turn your hell on earth into a PG purgatory. Find Fiona the Supernatural on Fiverr today.
my mic. Here we go. That was the wellness sketch by Elizabeth as Twin Cities' own comic and friend to the Monday Night Comic Show. You should go to elizabeths.com for more. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your first live comic of the night who's inside the studio? What? Never mind.
Oh.
What the hell is going on? Why is he dead? Oh,
Yes.
God damn it. Well, anyway, it's fine. No, really, it is my bad, Rick. I'm sorry. It's not like it hasn't happened before. You're right. This is the first mistake in 13 years. I don't know what to do.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Stop lying. Step 1. Step 2, introduce the actual next comic. Live from wherever he is in his house in South Minneapolis. Put your hands together for Joe Christensen.
Hey, thanks everybody.
Yeah.
And happy birthday, Kruger.
Yay. Happy birthday.
May the wind always be in your sails or whatever. You guys been getting good haircuts? And getting shit haircuts, but it's not as bad as when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I hated. My mom would make me get haircuts. She would give me haircuts.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they were always bowl cuts, which sucked. And it also sucked because she was a huge stoner. So the hairdo ended up being like this big. Who here feels really comfortable hanging out naked in a men's locker room? Me neither. Not comfortable at all. Let's get some lazy boys up in that motherfucker, right?
That's great.
Rorschach tests. Rorschach tests are interesting. It's funny how you can look at a blotch and say, I can look at a blotch and say, it looks like an elephant balancing on a little ball. And then my coworker can be like, stop looking at my moles, Joe. Censorship has gotten out of control. I acted in this Huck Finn movie, and they censored all the times I said, fuck tits, I forgot my line. My girlfriend wants me to pick her up at the airport tonight. What? Nice try, girlfriend. Pretty sure airports are for planes. Not cars. You ain't fooling me. Coronavirus is dumb. Like some jerk manager made me buy something just because I tried it on, and it was edible underwear. That Fauci's full of shit. I hate people who don't think I'm tough because they do stand-up. But hey, this job's dangerous too. Like one time I was on this roast, and this comic told me my new haircut looks stupid. That's it. Okay. It's weird what kind of sports you're into and which ones you hate. You know, like I really hate beach volleyball, but I'm super into temperate deciduous forest volleyball. Man, if you had to play musical chairs at my grandma's house, the two musicals would be Cats and Hair.
Yes.
Oh God. I called to get my car towed. Don't worry though, it's totally fine. It just likes being held. I started buying. Have you guys ever bought Lucky jeans?
Yeah.
Lucky brand jeans. They're pretty cool. They have a cool message on the fly that says "Lucky you."
Mm.
Yeah, I used to wonder what that was for, but then I realized that little message on the fly would be for someone who's lucky enough to try to unzip them. So I guess it's for Daryl, my zipper repair guy. It's weird that I used to sneak out of my parents' place at 2 a.m. growing up, because now it's the exact opposite. I sneak into my parents' place at 2 a.m. They got really fucking good snacks. It's crazy that presidents from 200 years ago are still on our money, because nowadays they all look like weirdos. Like, do you guys know that president that only had one eyeball and was a pyramid? Truck nuts are stupid. Those truck nuts. Tried wearing some last week, and man, I got a rash.
Truck nuts.
Yep. I don't know a lot about nature. I'm always misidentifying things in nature. Like yesterday, I thought I saw a horse fly. Turns out it was actually just a horse falling off a cliff. It wasn't flying, it was going down. I had to drive my nephew and his friends to soccer practice. My brother was worried I'd mess it up, but I'm proud to say I drove him there the whole way without using my hands. Soccer, okay. I'll just leave you with this. It's not a good one. I'll leave you with it, though. Fucking out of here. We're sending my brother in to get electroshock therapy next week. We figure it's the only way of him getting over his fear of being electrocuted.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like every time he gets electrocuted, he freaks out. Okay, thanks everybody.
Joe Christensen.
Yes.
A staple here at the Monday Night Comedy Show, writing all new stuff every time he's here, and it's excellent every week. Now, Abby Stackwitz has a question for you. Did you drive it with your truck nuts?
Yeah, I wasn't using my hands, so yeah.
I'd like to think this is in regards to truck nuts, as David Mutter just says, yay! Even though I know that's not true. And also, Victoria Blair, yes, I'm ready. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure it's about truck nuts. I'm sorry. The theme of the show is not you and your birthday. It's truck nuts now. Until another comic comes up with something better.
Oh,
Truck nuts.
Oh, cool.
I'm sorry. It's no longer your
It's
birthday.
really good to know my exact
I'm sorry.
word.
I have to mute your mic because I can't hear you over. I didn't even mute it. Oh, my goodness. Okay, now, remember before when, for the first time in 13 years, I made a mistake?
Oh, the before time.
How embarrassing. We have such a good track record. And like on our 86th show, I made a faux pas. What? Weird.
You have the paper right in front of you.
Did I have the paper in front of me, or was I looking at something shiny like your
Ooh.
eyes?
Somebody that showed for a president.
Very good.
You were looking at my eyes.
Fine. You know what? Guess what? We have comics. They're in studio, and I'm pretty sure we can introduce this next comic. Okay, good. Here he is. He's right here on the phone. He's in a different font color. That means he's special. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your next comic? Live in studio at Nano Taco Studios in North Minneapolis. Woo, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this requires me doing unnecessary close-ups on the green screen. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, it's like a cable access station in Aurora, Illinois. Put your hands together for Mr. I'm trying to find the screen. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rick Logan.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you. I got you some truck nuts. Is that okay? Truck nuts. And I have my mask. I wanted to show my mask. I told her I was going actually somewhere to do comedy in a location that wasn't my house. We're all wearing masks here, except once I got on stage. I took this off, sweetheart, so I can sleep in our bedroom tonight. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy. I'm mostly happy because I drove myself here, which is not something I get to do very often because I have a daughter who's close to being of driving age, and so she needs practice driving. So anytime I need to go anywhere, she has to drive, and she's racking up hours because there's this. I don't know. When I'm old, when I got my license, I just got my permit and then drove until I was like ready to take the test. But kids today, they need to have like 50 hours. 20 of them need to be at night. And so every time I go anywhere, I can't get away from my daughter who wants to drive. And she's racking up the hours, great, but I think it's cheating because we're counting the time she spends talking to traffic cops. So I don't know how well, and I want to let Andrew know because he talked about the all new material for the last comic. That's not going to be me. I'm going to do a lot of stuff I did before because I did it at home and my Wi-Fi was so bad that nobody could hear what I said. So I'm going to just do it again. And my mic keeps going down. But on my way here, I actually did get into a fender bender, partly because I wasn't used to driving myself anymore, and partly because I got distracted by a billboard, which was oddly enough a billboard telling me not to look at my phone while I'm driving. So I don't know who's responsible for that. I'm going to blame my daughter. She doesn't have any points yet, so it'll be good for her. Everybody having a good pandemic? You guys having a good one? It's nice. Nice. I don't know. I don't have a lot to compare it to. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm sorry, I got to move. I feel like this is sagging on me, which I'm old. It happens. I don't have a lot to compare it to pandemic-wise, but I'm having a good one. I'm trying to do stuff. Coloring books are really popular, especially for adults now. Anybody do coloring books? Yeah, they're fun. They're very relaxing. I got a unique one. I got a Braille coloring book. I'm not good. I don't stay inside any of the bumps. And so that's pretty good. But I'm also really good at cooking. I've been cooking a lot. Pancakes. I'm a guy, so like I make breakfast foods. Pancakes are my specialty. My secret is put a little bit of cinnamon in them. But the problem is when I get up early in the morning and I'm not used to it, and I'm going through the spice cupboard, and there's a spice called cardamom, and it looks and spells a lot like cinnamon. But don't put that on your pancakes. That is not a good idea. So I just, that's just my what's that called? My cooking tip for you. You're very welcome. Enjoy the pancakes. I haven't had a job since March, unless you count buying Powerball tickets, because that's what I'm doing a lot of. I used to buy the tickets when they were like $500 million or more. I'd be like, well, why not? I'll try that. And I fantasize about how I would tell my family that, we won the Powerball. And I'm, like, hey, mommy doesn't have to work anymore and daddy still won't. And, that'll be great. I'm trying to think of different ways. My favorite is just see ya. Short and sweet. I think that's how that works. But I like I said, I buy it when it's like $500 million. And I had a friend when I told him this. Comedians, they're very cynical. And and my friend, he was like, oh, they say it's $500 million. But the government gets half. And I'm like, yeah, half of $500 million. That still leaves me with, if I know correctly, if I'm doing the math right, it leaves me with $250 million. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's, I could buy an ex-wife for that amount of money. My wife didn't like it when I told that joke until I pointed out to her that joke means that she makes $125 million. So now she insists I tell it everywhere. It's something about witnesses. I'm not sure. But I wasn't good at buying the Powerball tickets. I would buy the Powerball tickets, but I wouldn't check them. I would just like see if the jackpot was won. If the $500 million was won, then I would check to see if and I never did. But if the Powerball jackpot was still over 500 million, I wouldn't even check, which was stupid of me, because you can win money without winning the Powerball jackpot. I mean, you can win up to $1 million without winning the jackpot, and that's a lot of money. That's not ex-wife money. Sorry, dear, but it's still a lot of money. But I would just, excuse me, I would go into the convenience store and I'd give my ticket to the guy, Bob, behind the counter, and I'd say, hey, did I win anything? And he would go, nope, you didn't win anything. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess I didn't win anything. You know, like an idiot, I wouldn't check myself. You know, the next week I go in, you know, to get my ticket checked, and I'm like, where's Bob? I'm like, oh, Bob's on vacation. He won $5,000. So now I check my own tickets. And they have those little machines in there that you can scan them, you know, beep, not a winner, beep, not a winner, beep, not a winner. I buy 3 tickets because I have 3 children, and I buy 1 for each child. And so far, none of my children are winners. I don't tell them that. I'm a good parent. I don't tell them that, but I do treat them that way, that they're not winners, because I got that from my favorite parenting book, The Great Santini. Oh, good. People read here. That's good. There are, you know, anytime look at this. Can I pick this up? Can I hold this? Okay, good. Because yeah, sterilize me. This is kind of, my microphone's drooping. That usually never happens to me. When religious people say to me, you know, choose life because God did. And I reply, you haven't read the Old Testament, because that shit's filled. What else? Oh, yeah. I don't know if you know this. It's it's getting close to fall, and the holidays are getting fast and furious. It's almost time for Rocktober. Jason, you excited for Rocktober? You look like a Rocktober guy, yeah. But here's the deal. I saw a billboard for one of the, I don't know, Grand Casino or something, for Rocktember. And I'm like, no. You keep Rocktober, keep the October in Rocktober. Or we might as well just call this Roggust, which sounds like a Scooby-Doo thing. Hey, you want some good, clean fun? Here's what you do. You swap out hand sanitizer for your lube. Yeah, that's an important safety tip. There you go. I saw a lawn sign. I was driving, and I saw this great lawn sign. I think I posted on my photos. On one side, it says, set a good example. And on the other side, it says, act like your mom is watching. And I thought that was really nice. I thought, you know who would like that? My mom. So I stole it. And I was right. My mom loves it. She shows it off to all the other people in the memory care unit at her place. She doesn't know who brought it to her, but she loves it. I walked in. I was remembering someone was talking about embarrassing moments, and I walked in on a roommate years ago when I had those that I wasn't married to, and I don't want to get into details. But I'm going to end with this, Andrew. I hope this is okay. I don't want to get into details. Let's just say that there was some porn involved, which was embarrassing, but also impressive because I didn't know how he snuck in the whole film crew. But he was doing a good, he was doing it like one of those parody porn accounts. It was NPR, only the P stood for porn, with a star I'd never heard of before, Kai Jizdal. All right, thanks for listening, guys. Happy Rocktember. No, Rocktober. Happy birthday and truck nuts. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Logan! Rick Logan!
Rick Logan. Rick had one very funny comment from his lovely wife Anna when you were talking about you can sleep in the bed tonight, and she says if you're lucky. So I'm feeling lucky. Play those odds. All right, Rick Logan. One more time for Rick Logan. First in studio comic tonight. We have 3 in-studio comics, 3 live streaming comics, and 3 videos every week. It might be more or less depending on the week. Who knows? We're still getting used to this format, but we do know that it's safe. If you're performing right now in studio, you have to well, if you're not performing, you have to put on a mask. So coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned that he's from Fairbanks, Alaska. He's a high school English teacher from Fairbanks, Alaska. He's a good friend of the Monday Night Comedy Show, and I'm going to plug some of his merch that you can buy. Yeah, that's right. So he must be the cool high school English teacher, you know, teaching everybody. It's like, hey, you know what's cool? Beowulf and the Scottish play, and you know, and I'm sorry you broke up with Trevor Becky, but you know what? You're better than him, and you know, and you become their favorite teacher, and they mention you in their senior quotes or whatever in the yearbook. Anyway, a couple of books from your next performer, and the first one is actually, bear with me here, is Of Licorice and Lunatics. It was published in 2016. It's a book of poems by Michael Schaefer. And in 2018, he followed that up with No Exit for Chickens in 2018. And most recently in 2020, From Alphabet Street to When Doves Cry, a haiku companion for Prince. And I just received this in the mail from Michael. And let me tell you, one of my favorite poems is in here, and I hope that one day he performs it or lets me read it. And it was called "And It Was Funky." It's one of the first poems in here. It's describing Prince's last concert at First Ave that Michael was fortunate enough to attend. And I wasn't even at the concert, but reading that poem made me feel like I was. So and I don't like reading because I'm a grotesquely lazy man. And let me tell you, this book, I read it cover to cover, and it's outstanding. So kudos to Michael. And one of the things that really caught my eye when I was reading the back cup, the liner notes, basically, was that he is a member of a group called the Portly Presleys. And it is an Elvis impersonation trio. And they have an album. It's a Christmas album. And I immediately had to buy it. Immediately. And so come Christmas time, we're going to be playing all of these tracks. The Poorly. Look at this. Look at this. This is Michael right here. You know, the one who looks exactly like Elvis Presley. Kids, if you don't know what a compact disc is, it's the disc with the shiny coaster that you put into the machine. Some cars still have these players in them. Anyway, you can purchase all of these books and the CD, $15 each, and you can Venmo or PayPal, Michael, $15 each, $5 shipping if you're outside of Alaska, which is kind of tricky because literally everybody is outside of Alaska, Michael. But we did cut you a deal for $10. You can get the CD. But I am willing. Michael, put some earmuffs on. I'll make CD copies. I'll put like all of this for you. Don't worry about it. If I can figure out how I'm going to make some of these my ringtone during the holiday season. Anyhow, without further ado, he's one of my favorite poets currently. I only know really like one or two poets in my life. So he just knocked Wonder Dave out of the top spot. Put your hands together from Fairbanks, Alaska, Mr. Michael Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Good to have you in Well, a word about that CD. The three of us were sitting around. It was Halloween a couple years ago, and we all own Elvis paraphernalia. You know, the wigs, the sunglasses, the suit, the Las Vegas suits. And we said, hey, we should make a CD. And then we were like, well, we should do a Christmas CD, but it was Halloween. And so we agreed that we were going to meet the next weekend and just get lit up and do a one and done session where no matter how good or bad the recordings were, it was going to be one take only for each of them. So you've got that. It's kind of an experiment. And the very last track, if you get to that last track, Andy, I wrote a Memphis version of the 12 Days of Christmas. And it's the only original track on the CD, and there are some recreational substances that are legal up in Alaska that are not legal elsewhere, and some of us might have been partaking, and we kind of jumped the train a couple times, the tracks, And it's a silly, wild, way too long version of the 12 Days of Christmas. Probably too early to play that yet, but as we get closer and closer to the holiday season. But off the that first book that Andy was so kind to plug, got to put on a little bit of the accoutrement. This is off of Licorice and Lunatics, just for you guys. This is one of my early poems. It's called TCB. You can have your oysters and chocolate-covered licorice whips and asparagus dipped in melted garlic butter, but I'm here to tell you, there ain't no aphrodisiac in the world quite like a fried peanut butter and banana sandwich. I picked up the recipe at a gift shop in Memphis. The signature on the bottom of the page assured me of its authenticity. That fruity flavor and the crispy toast has had an overwhelming effect on my libido. Like an undeniable urge, like a 7-year itch. I'm burning with a fever and my leg won't stop twitching. And I can't keep my upper lip from forming a flirtatious snarl. And I feel like I'm straight out of Tupelo, honey. And I'm way past jailhouse stripes and hula skirts and those silly, sparkly polyester jumpsuits. But mind the shoes, mama. That's real suede. And before this feeling fades away, darling, I feel like doing things to you that Ed Sullivan could never mention. Things that would still get me slapped by Priscilla. Things that would make Anne Margaret blush. Yes, ma'am. That mighty yeller thunderbolt through the TCB means I'm here to take care of business. Woo. Sure as that old 97 was a runaway train, I've got his spirit a-coursing and a-pumping through my veins. I want to cut you like a Mississippi microphone and ride you like a stolen Cadillac. That's right. I want to love you. Tonight, I'm going to fuck you like Elvis. Now come over here. Give me some sugar, baby. And hail to the king.
Oh, goodness. Oh, wow. Oh.
All right. So from one end of the rock and roll pendulum to the other, I'm going to leave you with this is brand new stuff here. I meet with a group of poets every Saturday night, and we've got an upcoming prompt on September 5th, and the prompt is mundane. And so to celebrate, to go from the king of rock and roll to one of the more mundane performers in the rock and roll genre, this is called My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama. So coming up September 5th is Dweezil Zappa's birthday. We should not observe Dweezil Zappa's birthday. Not even his family should celebrate it. Moon Unit, I have no beef with you. Moon Unit is a sweetheart. Moon Unit's birthday is September 28th. And Moon, I wish all radio stations played Valley Girl more often. Next time I'm in New York, let's hit the Grizzly Pear in West Village and take in some stand-up. Nah, it's Dweezil whose birthday needs to be struck from the internet forthwith. Struck from the list of celebrities in rock and roll majesty more deserving than him. Origin story. In 1988, I foolishly dropped $8.99 on Dweezil's cassette tape when it hit a record store called Soundstation 7 because it covered one of his dad's songs. Dweezil, I won't even mention your father's name because he's too cool to appear in the same slam poem as you lanky stack of nothing. Your cassette was a non-refundable waste of my $8.99, which in 1988 equated to about 3 hours of stocking shelves at my hometown grocery. Adjusted for frustration. Dweezil, you look like Adam Sandler after drinking from a fire hose.
Oh,
You look like a less sexy version of John Stamos did a cleanse of Three Musketeers bars and Sprite. You look like a younger John Turturro cracking a smile of relief after he discovered he was about to listen to an hour of diesel emissions instead of Dweezil revisions.
oh.
You look like a highlight reel of all of Johnny Knoxville's bad decisions. You look like a Ted Nugent guitar prodigy, except Ted has been lying to you for years about how to play the guitar. In fact, scribble some 5 o'clock shadow on a styrofoam cup, and that non-recyclable piece of trash has got more talent than you. Put some eyeliner on a stovetop timer, and that wind-up rocker has got broader musical range, longevity, and influence than you ever will. And I'll admit, the list of diminishing returns on rock and roll legacies is long. For every Billy Ray Cyrus, who fathers a cover of the Rolling Stone chart topper, there's an even longer, achy, breaky roster of mediocre wannabes who fizzled and farted around with what could have been a noteworthy career, following in the footsteps of their dear old dad. Dash Cooper, Stella Santana, Kelly Osbourne, George W. Bush. In 1990, Ricky Nelson's twin sons formed the pop band Nelson. And if you're struggling to remember what they sounded like, so are they. Dweezil, as I campaign to have your birthday taken away permanently, here are some other famous people more worthy of you whose birthday lands on September 5th. George Lazenby, one of the best and most underrated actors to ever play James Bond.
That is true.
Rose McGowan, Werner Herzog, Bob Newhart. Raquel Welch turns 80 on September 5th, and she is still sexy as hell. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Michael Keaton, one of the best and most underrated actors to ever play Batman. I said, can I get an amen?
Yeah.
Freddie fucking Mercury would have been 74 years old on September 5th. Let that sink in. Let's talk about the opposite end of the September spectrum, shall we, Dweezil? Freddie Mercury could roll out of bed, kegel fart the first 4 notes of the Flash Gordon theme, and that crop duster would sell more copies than anything that you, Dweezil, have tried to shove to the suckers on Spotify these last 14 years.
Yes.
Can we all agree that a parent isn't supposed to have favorites? Yet, when your mother passed away in 2015 and she willed part of the Zappa family trust to you, it was to the tune of 10% less than your siblings Amit and Diva. That is some poofy parka end credits of John Carpenter's The Thing sitting out in the cold. Dweezil, if you were a slam poem, you would be a 7-page ode to brownies read by Siri. If you were a Cracker Jack prize, you'd be half a pair of truck nuts. If you were a Bond movie, you'd be A View to a Kill. If you were a Michael Keaton movie, you'd be Batman and Robin with George Clooney. Lastly, shout out to my birthday boy and national treasure Bob Newhart, who turns 90 flippin' 1 on September 5th. Dweezil, if you were an episode of the Bob Newhart Show, you'd be the one where he wakes up and realizes he was only dreaming that he was some watered-down, New Coke, Highlander 2, Don't Give a Hoot reboot, Kiefer Sutherland wishing he was as cool as his dad, The Milk's Gone Bad, Soggy Loaf of Wonder Bread, waste of a refrain. Dweezil Zappa, you are the Dweezil Zappa of the mundane. Thank you, kind people. I'm opening for the video Dickless tonight. Stick around.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's entire yes.
Oh, poor
Hell
Dweezil
yeah.
Zappa. Poor
That's
Dweezil. Damn. Once again, Michael Schaefer, author of 3 books, the most recent of which is From Alphabet Street to When Doves Cry, a haiku companion for Prince. Every single Prince song, there is a haiku about, and some longer pieces, and it's all by our friend Michael Schaefer. One more time for Michael Schaefer! Woo!
Yes.
Yes. Those are some really good burns. And who knew how many people that I really like were born on September 5th? That's amazing. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to steer a little bit off the beaten path of the traditional Monday content and video, and we're going to play some death metal for you. If you don't like death metal, go fuck yourself. It's really cathartic. The next video is a music video the song is called Dickless. It's by Wolf Mask. And Wolf Mask is a coalescence of punk, hardcore, metal, and a pile of dusty, long forgotten VHS tapes. Buried beneath is a mask whose owner is not known. And then in the description, just out of the blue, it just says blood, semen, life, death, which I think is apropos for this next band, featuring Mitch Tierney, Cassidy Nee, David Murder, and the malevolent spirit of Palki. If you like Trap Them, Pig Destroyer, Municipal Waste, or Helmet, you're going to love this band. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you a little trivia tip after the video. See if you can catch it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dickless by Wolfman!
Yeah! Until the power grid was shut off by Dickless here.
They caused an explosion. Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Were you supposed to be some kind of cosmonaut? You were exterminated. So it's all on time, broke up on 12. There's gotta be some cockroach. He'll bite your head up. I blame myself. So do I. Well, there's no sense in worrying about it now. What do you mean, physical? My reference now. You were careful yourself. Better than these violent. You want to come agree. Logic and living together. It's hysteria. My worry. It's a constant period. And a licensed nuclear accelerator on its mind. What do you mean, physical? My reference down. Coming down to the sky. That's for me. From the grave. Nothing can't living together. That's hysteria.
We came. We saw. We kicked its ass.
Are you God? No! Then die! Are you a God? No! Then die! Are you a God? No! Then die! Are you a God? No! Then die!
Camera's blurry. There we go. That was Wolf Mask, ladies and gentlemen. Their song Dickless. If you didn't notice already, it had a Ghostbusters theme to it, and all the lyrics were Ghostbusters quotes. You may or may not have caught that. Just watch it again on replay. You can pick up Wolf Mask songs, including this one, at Wolf Mask. That's wolfmask.bandcamp.com. Do it. You can also find them on YouTube and on Facebook, facebook.com/wolfmask. Remember, the W is 2 V's. Wolfmask. And special thanks to David Mutter for turning us on. That's you might know him as David Murder in the band, but he turned us on to that. And we're happy as hell to support local music during this pandemic. If you don't support local music, go fuck yourself. And Brandt. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Seriously, then go fuck yourself if you don't support local music.
What?
Local music is dead.
No, local music is not dead. You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
No, you're wrong, musician.
Wrong.
Support local music or die.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Support local music or fucking die. That's a positive approach. You know what? Everybody here speaks for the Monday Night Comedy Show. We want you to die if you don't support local music.
Official position of the Monday Night Comedy Show.
You know what? In fact, take a butter knife. You know, out of your drawer, just take a fucking butter knife. It's the closest outlet in your wall. This is the Monday Night Comedy Show talking right here. And see, Look at that crazy man who supports us. He believes in everything we're saying. The Monday Night Comedy Show does support electric safety. Please do not stick anything in your outlet in your home unless you're a trained professional. All right.
We're supposed to go there.
Speaking of trained professional, ladies and gentlemen, it's called a segue, and you were just schooled by 13 years of hosting skill. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for in studio Chris Maddox.
All right. It's over. We did it. It's over. Yeah. No, it's over. Right?
Yeah.
You can feel it. It's not over. You can feel it's not over. It's not over. Have you ever broken up with someone and like before you break up though, like you both know you're going to break up, but like you're like out to dinner anyway and it's just painful. You both know this is just, you shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, that's what's going out feels like. This is terrible. And how hard is it for the never mind. Look, I haven't had 4 beers in 4.5 months. This is amazing. Because I stopped. I'm just sort of not trying to naturally stop drinking because what's the use of being a drunken asshole when you're just with your family? Like, it's no good. This is great. Does anyone have any weed? This is awesome. I have like this. I usually don't like PBR for like this has been the 4 most greatest tasting things I've ever had in my life. This is why I started drinking. This is so great. We were off there. You should have wooed while I was drinking. Okay, now I've done some of these shows, where I speak to the world, and there's not a live audience. There is just a small one, which is what I'm used to, and usually it's just you just talking to your phone for the Zoom shows. And as I rewatch them, I realize I didn't leave enough time for laughter. So I'll be leaving a lot more time between the jokes. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, driving on Portland Avenue in Minneapolis in the bike lane, I saw, those bikes where people they're like this and they yeah. I don't know if you can see my legs. If you can, sorry. Oh yeah, I've only done shows by the way, I have huge legs. So okay, so are you? Because you? Well, yeah, I'll get to that. So what are those? Where do they lay down? Those like they look like they're in a chaise lounge where their body is like barely up, and they look they go like that, and they wear helmets every time. Recumbent bike. So I saw 2 people on one of those. It was a tandem recumbent bicycle in the bike lane on Portland Avenue at rush hour. And I have since thought of little else. How did this fucking happen? So, first of all, when you're in a recumbent bicycle, your head is no higher than a car tire. Now, there was a dude and a woman. They both seemed about 57. Approximately 57, and I couldn't help but to just want, like, how did this happen? Now, the only thing I could come up with, it was her deal, okay? And you might think it's sexist, and it is. And but the thing is, I think it was her deal because I can't imagine any other scenario. Like, thank you, sitting ovation, or he was hitting a mosquito. So I could see myself getting roped into like I believe the woman on the tandem bicycle planned it out for him about 30 years ago. Like 30 years ago, she's like, okay, so we're 23 and we are this week. Remember, we have that meeting with the Johnsons, and then we're getting together with my friends. Also in October, we're getting married. I decided. So we're plan for that. And so then I could see myself getting roped into sort of like a loveless marriage by a bossy woman who then like we accidentally had kids, and then I was like, fuck, I'll stay in it for the kids. And then by the time I'm in my mid 50s, I'm just like, I'm done. I can't fight it anymore. She brings the tandem bicycle. I'm like, I'll just get in. I'm just going to get in. I can imagine myself doing that, but I can't imagine myself heading up that project. So I'm thinking, what's going on now? Your heads are that low. I think that was a selling point for this guy. Like maybe we'll just get like tonk, you know, we'll just get taken out. I want everyone to know there's less people in here than there were for Rick. Okay. Fuck you. Wait, fuck you. We can still say fuck. All right. Oh, I got to use a mask for this one. I haven't been this drunk in forever. This is amazing. This is why I started doing this. Like, somebody's got to have weed. There's too many long hairs here. All right. I'm the shortest hair. I don't have weed. I'm not judging you. Just give me some. All right. So you can't do your normal faces. Like, I have a lot of faces that I use, like nonverbal communication. It's big with me, you know? It's a very red face and everything. So like, you know, grocery store. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't see you there. It goes like this. It goes, that's a very Minnesota. I go, you know, I'm not doing it right, but you can't do it with the mask. So this is how you do it now. You have to over accentuate with your eyes now, because if you just do like it just looks like a cold stare. So now when you come around the grocery store, I go, oh, excuse me, looks like this.
So funny.
But now here's oh, I'm so glad to see you. But I'm not always glad to see people. For instance, check this one out. I'm like really mad at you. I'm mad at you. Or how about do I really think that's true? Gotta do that. But I don't have a big enough mask either, because I almost fucking lied the other day when they're like, Chris Maddock? I'm like, no. I won't, because I didn't, like, I don't want to run into people anymore. But I thought I'd have to move, and then I was like, fuck, I can wear the mask. They caught me. I need a bigger mask. All right. Okay. So what did you guys do? Did you use the time wisely? Huh? Your jobs aren't coming back. Well, what, did you use the time wisely? Did you fucking create a new thing for yourself? Here, I didn't sit on my ass. No, I wrote notebooks full of COVID-19 coronavirus global pandemic themed porn titles. I have that to show for my time. So I'm going to read some of them. I know it's redundant because everyone's like, do it. You guys can't hear everyone at home. There's so many people that are like, please. You know, it happens every show that I do during this global pandemic. So these are global pandemic themed porn titles, and I'm sure I got the light already, right? No? Okay, cool. And before I start these, I have read these on a different show that I do with my wife on Wednesdays on Facebook, and somebody wrote in the comments, those are stupid. Someone said that my global pandemic themed porn title for her lacked sophistication. You understand? So if you leave the comedy show saying that these global pandemic themed porn titles, coronavirus, COVID-19 themed porn titles are stupid, I think you're missing the point of how your part in this sort of thing here. Okay. You're missing how to do it correctly. So here's the first one. Now, this is actually more of a question. Stimulus package. Is that now? I had stimulus check or stimulus package. That's my first porn title. Which is better? Package. Stimulus package. Stimulus package drives you more wild, Jason, is what you're saying. Okay. We know who watches porn. The Nude Normal. Nothing really. Okay, comedy show, cool. Self-quarantines.
Ooh.
It's empowering because they're self-quarantines. All right. All right. You know what? I'm doing the rest of them. Social distancing. There we go. Here we go. Essential service. Does that work for anybody there? Distance. See, got it. Distance yearning. Now that's funny, but you're right to groan because yearning is not a porn thing. That is more like a romance novel with a guy with a fake chest or something. That is, yeah. That's not. People do not yearn in porn. They yearn in romance novels. Reopen too soon. Oh, that's filthy. That is a filthy porn. I wouldn't watch that. I wouldn't watch that one. Over 55 hit the hardest. Is that something we could work with? Originated in China. It's not racist. It's a fetish. Yeah, Wuhan jobs. That's racist, and that's my favorite one. So 6 feet. Full stop. 6 feet. Okay. There has been confusion on 6 feet. People thought it was a 6 foot whoopity whoop. That's not the case. It's 6 actual feet. That is filthier than Reopen Too Soon. In fact, I don't want to watch 6 feet. I'll watch Reopen Too Soon before 6 feet. Holy shit. Super spreader. You thought of that one. Come on. Splattening the curves. Nothing on splattening the curves. Okay. Back that mask up. Hot college COVID's 19. You have to see all first 18 before the 19 makes sense. And then I have one soft porn title to end it. It's Oh God, How I Wish I Could Hold You Again. That's sad. That's a very sad one. Very relevant though. I'm a very relevant. Oh no, I had one more. Naughty nurse shortage. I forgot the order there. Thanks, guys. You really stuck with me on that, and I appreciate it. Everyone does, or I imagine they do as I'm doing these shows. Awesome. I was about to do this one. I'm like, well, that one makes me look like an asshole. And I've already done 2 that have made me look like an asshole. So I got to do a different one. Hyaga. Is it Jason? Is your birthday? We're observing your birthday or something. Yeah, that's cool. I feel like we did that last time, and it was like 2 months ago. But are you one of those month? Anyway, the last time I did the Monday Night Comedy Show, I said that Jason and I went into a abandoned post riot Cub, and that Jason had wrapped baloney around his dick and sent me a picture. That did not happen. I want to say, I'm going to come clean. I'm going to say that did not happen. Totally unrelated. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday, Jason. Oh, dude, I'm not going to get better than that. Shit the bed. I really fucked up. All right. God damn it. I really haven't had that. So, okay. Oh, wait, I forgot to. People laughing. Because I watch my performances later after I've done these. And I'm like, oh, I don't leave any time for laughter because I'm laughing my ass off at the shit I'm doing when I'm watching it. So I got like. Thank you. No, I think that's a great place to end. What do you think? Am I way under time, or is that's a good place to stop? Here, I'll do one more. So my wife and I we've been doing this. My wife is she's I've taken her to the this is hilarious. I've taken her to the hospital for respiratory issues, and so we were very careful, about the COVID deal. I don't know if you heard about it, and so. As part of it, we were washing my hands. 14 years we were married. I never took off the ring. I took off the ring after 14 years because I was like, it's just another place for the plague to live. And so I took the ring off, and it is crazy. It's been 3-4 months now, and you can feel an indent. And that's not like, at first I thought it was like cartilage. It's in the bone. Like I have a bone indent. It's not in this finger. It's in this one. And it's like, wow, that's crazy. It's almost like, it's like my marriage, like I tried to grow and my marriage stopped sort of any type of growth that I might naturally have had. But then, you know, that doesn't actually make any sense because I'm like in my 40s. We're not growing, you know. Any physical growth in your 40s needs to be stopped as quickly as possible. So I'm not, you know, so basically it's more like what it is like an acid sort of eating through the core of what makes me human is more like what it's like, you know, the archaeologists might find this finger in a cave in 100,000 years. You know, they'll be like, oh, look what we have here. Like, oh, this is from one of those small-headed, hairy-toed proto-humans. You know, this one existed like, you know, just very shortly after they came out of the caves themselves. You could tell it was male here by the indentation. What would happen is that, you know, when naturally the human male, you know, in the cavemen were, they were only supposed to live till about 27. And so it was like they were barely out of the caves. They thought they were advanced, but they, you know, the male from this like epoch would know instinctually that, you know, by the age of 35, he should have been dead long ago. And so what would happen, so after a period of freedom, mostly symbolic in his 20s, he would get a job in his 30s because he would be fearful. He wouldn't know why. He's just a fucking human. And what would happen was he would get a job. He would get a job so that he could get a house, so he could stay in one place and just, you know, feel safe long enough for one of the females to catch him and just clamp her symbol upon him. And you know, this is what I usually say at the end of all my shows. There's no one here, so why the fuck am I mad for no one laughing? I know you're laughing at home, though. I know you're laughing at home. Thank you so much for having me, you guys. This is...
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Chris Maddox, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Right there. There he is. Chris Maddox. In studio, Chris Maddox. Chris Maddox, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. It's called Till Death. It's on Facebook Live. Just follow Chris Maddox. It features Chris Maddox, who you just saw, and his wife, Chris, with a K. And they're fantastic. It's called Till Death, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. on Facebook Live. Look it up. Woot! All right. What is next? Well, what's next is another video, and then we're gonna close out the night with Morgan Pearson. So we thank everybody who's been watching. Anybody who had the means to, I haven't been checking our Venmo to see if anybody is tipped, but remember to tip the performers if you have the means. It's always a nice thing to do. Coming up next is a music video by the artist is Allie Daniels. It was recorded by Nathan Schills, and it's directed by Paul von Stetzel, in which Paul was winner of the 2020 Best Music Video Director from the City Pages. So he is the Twin Cities Best Music Video Director right now, just so you know. You're going to watch a music video by the Best Music Director, voted by your peers. Congratulations to Paul for that honor. It is produced by Killing Joke Films, and I've saved the best for last. It's the title of the song. It's called I Just Took Bath Salts and Now I'm Going to Eat Your Face Off by Allie Daniels. And you might notice a friend of the Monday Night Comedy Show. We'll talk about her after the video. So enjoy. I Just Took Bath Salts and Now I'm going to Eat Your Face Off by Allie Daniels, ladies and gentlemen.
Day just like any other. Went to work, discussed the weather, made some coffee and paid some bills. Went to the dentist and got my cavities filled. Fed my cats, watered my plants, read some articles on modern romance. I read realized I lead a pretty boring life. So I decided to change that tonight. I just took bath salts and now I'm gonna eat your face off. Oh, I just took bath salts and now I'm gonna eat your face off. I'll have your face for my dinner, and then I'll probably tear out all of my innards. And I won't even feel physical pain when they start shooting me while I'm eating your brain. And they can try to use their pepper spray, but your heart is still on the menu today. And I don't mean that in a romantic way. I just took bath salts and now I'm gonna eat your face off. I just took bath salts and now I'm gonna eat your face off. This is not what I had envisioned, but I just wanna try cannibalism. I just took bath salts and now I'm gonna eat your face off. Oh, your face, I'm gonna eat your face. Oh, your face, I'm gonna eat your face. Oh, your face, I'm gonna eat your face. 'Cause I'm a high on bath salts.
Yes! That was Allie Daniels with I Just Took Bath Salts and Now I'm Going to Eat Your Face Off. And did you notice who was in that video?
Did we notice?
Bath salts? It was none other than Twin Cities' favorite comedian, Carolyn Blumberg.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I actually sent a message to Carolyn after I saw the video for the first time. I was like, did I just see you in a video about bath salts and make someone's face bleed? And she's like, haha, yeah, LOL. She did the makeup and she played the girl who ate bath salts. So bravo
awesome.
to them. Once again, directed by Paul von Stetzel, winner of the 2020 Best Music. So that had City Page's best in it. It had not only did it have Paul von Stetzel, the best music video director of 2020, but it also had Carolyn Blomberg, the best comic of 2020, according to City Pages and its readers. So, you know, it's kind of a big deal. And so go to killingjokefilms.com to learn more about Killing Joke Films. And you can go to Facebook and give them a like for sure. Now, we received several videos, and next week we're actually going to show another one from Killing Joke Films that's going to genuinely disturb you. It's called In the Kitchen With, and it stars a good friend of the Monday Night Comedy Show, Sam Landman. And so if you like this particular video from Allie Daniels called I Just Took Bath Salts and Now I'm Going to Eat Your Face Off, check out next week for the Monday Night Comedy Show. A video presentation of In the Kitchen With. It's actually a short film, and I watched it several times, and it upset me more and more each time I watched it because I don't like seeing Sam Landman as a disturbing character because he's so affable. And but that's just me, ladies and gentlemen. How are you feeling?
Very good.
Good. Everybody watching is responding right now. Why don't you respond in the comments, because we got some comments on that last video from Mr. Josh Kanga saying that was amazing.
Awesome.
David Mutter loves that song name. You damn right.
Yes.
And so there. Oh, we're gonna bring Mr. David Harris back. Sorry, David, we lost you there for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your final comic of the evening?
Yeah.
On this, the 586th Monday Night Comedy Show, here to close us out, put your hands together for the one, the only Morgan Pearson! Yeah!
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing tonight? Awesome. That is wonderful. It is so good to be here. The studio is really fucking cool. So yeah, I'm Morgan Pearson. I used to be a serial dater, and what that meant for me was it got to the point where my double dates were just two guys sitting on my thumbs. You know, just casual anal play. But now I am in love, glorious love with this wonderful software engineer. And he likes to show me new things like coding and like love and affection. Don't knock it till you try it. And basically, like he's super nerdy. He was definitely like bullied growing up, but like bullied just enough where he's nice to women, but like not so much where he's an incel and he tries to murder me in my sleep. He doesn't do that. But I love him so much that when I suck his dick, I'm like Jorah the Explorer's backpack, I'm just like yum 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 yum. I'm kidding. I suck all dick like that. I'm just like delicioso. That's your Spanish for today. But I'm basically like, I'm the comedian. I'm like the black hole in his life. I just like suck everything good out of him. So he's gonna die soon, unfortunately. I know, but I have a solution. It's a Japanese sex doll. Yeah? Do you guys not understand where I'm going? That's fine. I'll explain. So basically, when he dies, I'm going to throw out all of his shit, except for his wardrobe, because he has like beautiful designer clothes, like soft luxury like material. And then when he dies, we'll get rid of his stuff. I'll get a doll. We'll dress the doll up in his clothes, and we're just gonna become internet famous, like as you do with your dolls. And people are gonna want to interview us, right? Because we're gonna be an Insta famous couple, and people are gonna ask like my favorite questions, like, "Oh, so this is a Japanese sex doll?" Yes. It's made after your murdered boyfriend's image, correct? And it's made out of silicone, right? No, he's made out of boyfriend material. And they saved all his fucking clothes. It took a while to get to that pun, but we got there, guys. So, like we're not perfect though. Like all relationships have problems. Like I burp out loud and he leaves his socks out. I blow him little burpy kisses and he flosses his teeth in bed. And like sometimes I hold him down under the sheets and burp directly in his face. And he likes to fuck spiders. Yeah, I did just say that. He has a spider fetish. Like I make this guy French omelets and he fucks spiders. I'm kidding. No, that's awful. I fuck the spiders and he watches in the corner. That's not how it works. Let me explain. I feel like I'm doing a lot of explaining tonight, but it's fine. Essentially, like female spiders make beautiful webs, and then the male spiders come along and wreck them while they're fucking them. And the idea of this is that when a new male spider comes along, he'll see that her web has like holes in it and there's piles of silk everywhere. And basically, like he thinks that she's a hoarder and he runs. Like he arachnids out of there. So arachnid out of there is not a pun, but I felt if I said it with confidence, I could trick you into laughing at it, and it worked. So, diabolical. But yeah, so when my boyfriend and I have sex, he fucking wrecks the place. And my landlord says I'm not gonna get my deposit back, but it's okay because my landlord is fine that I'm a hoarder, if you know what I mean. We're gonna change some stuff with a couple statistics here. 4 out of 5 women have experienced sexual harassment, and 1 out of 6 women have been raped. And what I'm trying to say with these statistics are, when I have a daughter, I'm gonna name her Dick Biter Vagina Teeth. Why, Morgan? No. I really just, just in case, just for safety. But it's fine because when she turns 18, her birthday gift will rename her Allie. All right. But Allie still sounds like, because it'll be IE, so she sounds like she could still get some or something. So maybe we'll name her like Squirrel. Cause I think Squirrel is great for a college girl, right? It's like just weird enough that you want to make out with her, but like too weird that you're not gonna take her virginity, right? Like you don't want to be the guy that went down and fucked Squirrel. Like, that's not like, you don't want to be that guy on campus. And like, honestly, if you named your child these names, they'd probably turn out super messed up, right? And it's kind of abusive, to be honest. If I named my kid Squirrel, like, she might actually turn out to be like literally nuts and like rip off guys' sacks and like hide them away in trees. And I don't want that. I don't want that for my kid. So I will actually not have children. You're welcome. And I'll just rename myself Dick Biter Vagina Teeth. Yeah? Does that seem pleasant? And you know, it's so that I can be safe, because you would think as like a fat girl, like it might save me some like extra hassle with creeps. But I'm like what's known as pretty for a fat girl. And that's like white girl talk for you meet your boyfriend's fat friend and like realize she's a threat to your relationship. Oh no. I did like, you know, it means like I'm big enough for plus size clothes, but like I'm pretty enough that you're willing to wait to fuck me on a second date, right? Like I'm pretty enough that you'll respect me a bit. Like I'm a Minneapolis 4, but I'm a Monticello 11. Do you get it? Yeah, you get it? Like my Asian eyes and hair are like so beautiful, but like my body is so like fat white girl. My stripper name is Whole Milk. Yeah, does that make sense? It does. It makes so much sense. But yeah, what I'm really trying to say with my whole set here, guys, is I'm fucking weird, right? Thank you. I'm like the black sheep of my family. And you know what kind of got me through that struggle is watching Disney growing up. And I think I'm most identified with Princess Ariel, right? Like she's the youngest, I'm the youngest. She's a mermaid, I'm a Pisces. She's always wet, I'm always wet. So we just have so much in common. But tonight I think I'll close it out with my parody of Part of Your World. And so in my version, everyone's favorite mermaid wants to go on land and become a porn star. Normal stuff. And it, of course, starts with a fight with her dad, right? She's like, if only my father could understand. I just don't see how a world with such wonderful things could be so bad. Look at this dong. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has every toy? Look at my trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can my 3 caverns hold? Oh. Looking around here, you'd think, sure, I've sucked everything. I've got leather and pleather aplenty. I've got black dongs and pink dongs galore. Do you want rabbit vibrators? I've got 20. But who cares? No real cock. I want more. It's true.
Yeah.
I want to be where the big ones are. I want to see them hard and getting rubbed down by those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your hair, you won't get too far. Blowjobs are required with saliva and moaning. Stroking along that, what's that word again? Oh, shaft. Up where there's cock, up where there's cum, up where they fuck outdoors in the sun. Tied by my knees, wish I could be booked in your world. What would I give to get teased till my mouth waters? What would they pay to fuck me hard, warm on the sand? Betcha on land, they understand. Betcha they spank and reprimand their daughters. Nude young women, sick of swimming, ready to beg. And I'm ready to know what the producers know. Ask them to cast me and get some answers like, what's a condom and why does it, what's the word? Break. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to get fucked on the shore up above? Come down my knees. Wish I could be fucked in your world. Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, Morgan Pearson! Morgan! Thank you so much, Morgan. Just so everybody knows, she is about to be sued by Weird Al Yankovic for that parody. So, for that TMZ, it's going to be just a field day in the court system. So, one more time for Morgan Pearson, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! This is next segment is going to be a new segment here. It's going to be a weekly thing called fill in the blank soapbox. Okay, I even made a little ticker for it, and I'm going to go solo here. All right, this is called Andy's soapbox. It was a dark day today. Okay, Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin, was shot in the back 7 times as he entered his car. His children were right there in front of him, witnessing this. There is no fucking reason for this ever. And in brighter news, Kellyanne Conway is leaving her post as Secretary of Education. We here at the Monday would like to wish her a fall into the nearest Sarlacc pit, and that she slowly be digested over 1,000 years. And to the Republicans who still support Trump and Pence, go gingerly fuck yourselves. I hope your genitals and tongues shrivel up so that you cannot breed and you cannot speak to your children who will grow up spouting your racist bullshit. This has been Andy's Soapbox. Next week will be Kruger's Soapbox. Kruger's Soapbox is next week, but that does it for the Monday Night Comedy Show. I want to thank a bunch of people, starting, of course, with all of the performers who were here tonight for the 586th Monday Night Comedy Show. David Harris, Joe Christian, Rick Logan, Michael Schaefer, Chris Maddock, and, of course, Morgan Pearson. And happy birthday to Jay Money, the motherfucking hawk, Jason Kruger. We love you and can't do this show without you. Absolutely love you. And I want to thank all the people who gave us permission to show their videos. Elizabeth S., Wolf Mask, and of course, Allie Daniels and Paul von Stessel. We really do appreciate you saying yes to the Monday and letting us show your videos. That does it for our Monday Night Comedy Show. You can stick around and watch some content on nanotacostudios.com, or you can go and have talk of these things, for never was a story of more woe than this of the Monday and her comedy show. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Andrew Danger Brindleson. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Spread the word. We rely on word of mouth advertising.
My advice to you, start drinking heavily.
Well, hello, Mr. Fenton. Why, oh, why?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You country cornflakes, you country cornflakes. Oh, they won't will when you pour on milk. Oh, they won't bunch when they are crunch. They're double toasted, double crisp and good. General Mills makes them just the way they should. You country cornflakes, you country cornflakes. From fields of corn, so majestically waving that they won't will when you pour on milk. Double toasted cornflakes made with rice. So buy our cornflakes, you country cornflakes, you country cornflakes. Please buy our cornflakes, you country country cornflakes, you country cornflakes, you country cornflakes, they're made from corn.
Pickle lovers always insist on the proud pickle. Heinz. No compromise, no shortcuts, no soggy pickle. Heinz stops at nothing to give you a pickle that tastes the way no other pickle does. Crisp, full-bodied, savory. That's what makes Heinz the proud pickle. If you were the best tasting pickle, wouldn't you be proud?
Now, I'm going to show you 3 things, and you've got to tell me what you do with them. Number 1, a pint of... Well, you seem to know what to do with that one, all right. Number 2, a handkerchief. Excellent. Remember, coughs and sneezes spread diseases. Now, number 3, a bowl of disinfectant. Hey, you don't drink it, man. That's for the soiled handkerchief, which is full of germs. You put the handkerchief into the disinfectant, which kills the germs and so stops the spread of infection. Now let's get this quite clear. You sneeze into the handkerchief and then put the handkerchief into a bowl of disinfectant to kill the germs. Not in with the family's washing. Got it? Sure? Good. Remember, don't spread germs.